In this video, we will explore the rich history of Bihar, once the cradle of powerful empires and spiritual movements. We'll delve into its past, where it was the seat of the mighty Magadhan Empire and the birthplace of Buddhism and Jainism. But today, Bihar faces the harsh reality of underdevelopment, lagging behind most Indian states on economic and social indicators. We'll examine the factors that led to this decline, from the fall of the Mughal Empire to British colonial exploitation, and how the partition of India in 1947 further exacerbated Bihar's woes. Despite these setbacks, the resilient people of Bihar are striving for change. Join us as we uncover the story of Bihar's past, present, and the hope for its future, or its. Bihar evokes a sense of historical grandeur. It was once the seat of the mighty Magadhan Empire. This land gave birth to Buddhism and Jainism. Today, however, Bihar grapples with the stark reality of underdevelopment. It lags behind most Indian states on economic and social indicators. Bihar's glorious past stands in stark contrast to its present-day struggles. The region once boasted a rich and thriving economy fueled by agriculture, trade, and craftsmanship. The decline of the Mughal Empire and the advent of British colonialism marked a turning point. Bihar's traditional industries were systematically dismantled. Its resources were siphoned off to serve British interests. The partition of India in 1947 further exacerbated Bihar's woes. The loss of fertile land to East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, dealt a severe blow to its agricultural economy. Despite these setbacks, the people of Bihar have shown remarkable resilience. There is a growing awareness of the need for change. British colonial policies played a significant role in Bihar's decline. The introduction of cash crops like indigo led to the exploitation of farmers. Traditional industries like textiles faced stiff competition from British imports. This resulted in widespread unemployment and poverty. The British also neglected the development of infrastructure and education in Bihar. They focused on regions that served their economic interests better. The partition of India in 1947 further aggravated Bihar's problems. The creation of East Pakistan led to a massive influx of refugees into Bihar. This put a strain on the state's limited resources and infrastructure. The Green Revolution, which transformed agriculture in many parts of India, largely bypassed Bihar. The cumulative impact of these historical factors left Bihar lagging behind other Indian states. Breaking this cycle requires addressing the root causes of Bihar's decline and implementing sustainable development policies. The rise of caste-based politics has been a significant impediment to Bihar's progress. After independence, political mobilization in Bihar revolved around caste identities. This phenomenon overshadowed other crucial aspects of development. The dominance of caste-based parties led to a patronage system. This system prioritized loyalty over merit in governance. It resulted in inefficient administration and widespread corruption. Resources were often channeled to appease specific caste groups, neglecting the needs of others. This created a sense of exclusion and resentment among marginalized communities. The constant struggle for power among caste groups created an environment of political instability. To achieve genuine progress, Bihar needs to move beyond the confines of caste-based politics. A shift towards issue-based politics is crucial. The bifurcation of Bihar in 2000, which led to the creation of the state of Jharkhand, had significant economic and social ramifications for both states. Jharkhand, endowed with rich mineral resources, accounted for a substantial portion of the undivided Bihar's revenue generation. Its separation left Bihar with a smaller resource base and a diminished industrial capacity. This division further complicated the already complex social fabric of the region. It fueled regionalism and created new fault lines based on identity politics. While the creation of Jharkhand was intended to address the issue of regional disparity, it also led to new challenges in terms of resource allocation and political representation. The separation also impacted the lives of people living in border areas. It disrupted existing social and economic ties. Despite the challenges, the bifurcation also presented opportunities. It allowed both Bihar and Jharkhand to focus on their specific needs and priorities. The freight equalization policy stifling industrial growth. The freight equalization policy, introduced by the Indian government in 1952, aimed to promote industrial development across all states by equalizing the cost of transporting raw materials. However, this policy, while well-intentioned, had unintended negative consequences for resource-rich states like Bihar. The FEP disincentivized the establishment of industries in mineral-rich states. It made it financially viable for industries to be located far from their raw material sources, primarily near the seaports, so that transportation time of imported and exported goods to factories reduced, which benefited coastal states like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat, but harmed mineral-rich land, locked states like Bihar. This policy hindered the growth of a robust industrial base in Bihar. It deprived the state of potential employment opportunities and revenue generation through industrial activity. The lack of industrial development further perpetuated Bihar's dependence on agriculture, a sector already grappling with its own set of challenges. The FEP, while aiming to promote regional equality, inadvertently contributed to regional disparities. The withdrawal of the FEP in 2017 was a welcome step. However, it is crucial to accompany this with proactive measures to attract investment and promote industrial growth in Bihar. This includes creating a conducive business environment, improving infrastructure, and fostering skill development to attract industries. Central aid and corruption, a vicious cycle. Central government aid has been a significant source of funding for Bihar's development initiatives. However, the effectiveness of this aid has been hampered by issues of corruption and leakages. The lack of transparency and accountability in the utilization of funds has prevented them from reaching their intended beneficiaries. The siphoning off of funds meant for development projects has deprived Bihar of crucial investments in infrastructure, education and healthcare. Addressing corruption is paramount to ensuring that central aid translates into tangible benefits for the people of Bihar. This requires strengthening institutions, promoting transparency in governance, and empowering citizens to hold their elected representatives accountable. Moreover, there is a need to move beyond a dependence on central aid and focus on generating revenue from within the state. The shadow of lawlessness, organized crime, and its impact. The presence of organized crime and a culture of lawlessness have had a debilitating effect on Bihar's economy and social fabric. The prevalence of extortion, kidnapping for ransom, and other criminal activities has created an environment of fear and uncertainty. This has discouraged investment, hindered business growth, and hampered job creation. The nexus between criminal elements and some sections of the political class has further exacerbated the problem. This has weakened law enforcement agencies and eroded public trust in the justice system. Addressing this issue requires a multi-pronged approach. Creating a safe and secure environment is crucial for attracting investment, fostering economic growth, and improving the overall quality of life in Bihar. Providing education, skill development, and employment opportunities to the youth can play a significant role in curbing crime and channeling their energy towards productive pursuits. Infrastructure deficit, a roadblock to development. Bihar suffers from a significant infrastructure deficit, which has been a major impediment to its economic growth and social progress. The lack of adequate roads, railways, power supply, and irrigation facilities has hampered connectivity, increased transportation costs, and limited access to essential services. The poor state of infrastructure has discouraged investment, made it difficult for businesses to operate efficiently, and hindered the growth of industries. Addressing the infrastructure deficit is crucial for unlocking Bihar's economic potential and improving the quality of life for its people. This requires significant investments in improving road and rail connectivity, enhancing power generation and distribution, and developing irrigation facilities. Public-private partnerships can also play a significant role in bridging the infrastructure gap and attracting investment. Social development. Challenges, education, healthcare, and gender inequality. Bihar faces significant challenges in terms of social development, particularly in the areas of education, healthcare, and gender equality. The state has one of the lowest literacy rates in India at 61.8%, where the country's average is at 77%. And the quality of education, especially in government-run schools, remains a concern. The healthcare infrastructure is inadequate, with a shortage of hospitals, doctors and essential medicines, particularly in rural areas. Gender inequality remains a pervasive issue, with women facing discrimination and limited access to education, employment opportunities and healthcare. This gender inequality can be seen in women's workforce participation very low, estimated at only 3.9%. Bihar has one of the lowest Human Development Index (HDI) scores in India, estimated at 0.574, where the country's average is at 0.672. The poor performance on life expectancy, literacy and income highlights the lack of investment in human capital, further limiting development potential. The economic growth rate of Bihar has lagged, with per capita income at around 59,718 rupees, significantly lower than the national average of 2,29,620 rupees. Addressing these social and economic development challenges is crucial for improving the overall well-being of the people of Bihar. Empowering women through education, skill development and economic opportunities is essential not only for their own well-being, but also for the overall development of the state. Green shoots of progress, initiatives and opportunities. Despite the numerous challenges, Bihar has shown signs of progress in recent years. The state government has implemented several initiatives aimed at improving governance, promoting economic growth and enhancing social development. There has been a focus on improving law and order, attracting investment and creating employment opportunities. The government has also launched programs to improve education, healthcare and infrastructure. Bihar has immense potential for growth thanks to its fertile land, abundant water resources and young and vibrant population. To capitalize on these opportunities, it is crucial to sustain the momentum of recent reforms, address the remaining challenges and create an enabling environment for investment, innovation and inclusive growth. Bihar's journey towards progress. Bihar's journey towards progress is fraught with challenges, but it is not without hope. The state has a rich history, a resilient population, and immense untapped potential. Addressing the root causes of its underdevelopment requires a multi-pronged approach that involves good governance, investment in human capital, infrastructure development, and creating an environment that fosters entrepreneurship and innovation. While the legacy of historical factors, social divisions, and governance failures cannot be erased overnight, Bihar has the potential to chart a new course towards a more prosperous and equitable future. The road ahead is long and arduous, but with determination, collective action, and a shared vision, Bihar can overcome its past and emerge as a leading state in India.